Hello, in this video we are going to look at input and output for files and just input and output in general. So for starters, we've already done output. Print, this is output. We are outputting to the screen. So if I put in hello world, and you might notice that in this video I'm not running it on the online IDE. So that's just simply because when we get to the file input output side, depending on the online IDE, you can't really do it. It's good for test in certain piece of code, but for some stuff like file input output, it's not the best. So that's the reason I'm doing this locally. Obviously, I covered how to set up Python locally on different platforms. Feel free to check out those videos in the intro section. Once you're done with that, if you didn't already do it, and come back here and we can continue with file input output. Okay, so print hello world. If we were to run this now, so if I save it, to run module, we get hello world. So simple stuff. We know all about printing now. We are a master at printing. We don't need a refresher course or anything like that. So let's have a look at the input method, which as I think you can guess, allows us to get something from the user, and it's just raw input. So if I do, instead of this, let's say I'm going to create a variable called var1, and inside here I'm going to assign the content of what we get from the user. So I'm going to do input. I'm going to say enter something please, and now we're just going to do print var1, and if I were to run this, so enter something, if I say 78, it prints out 78. We've been able to get user input now, so that's really it for user input. But obviously, let's go a little further and have a look at opening files, closing files, that sort of stuff. Because at the end of the day, without being able to access external files, we're going to be pretty heavily limited. So I want to show you my project directory. It's just a Python file. So what you can do is initiate a command called open, and the open command will open a file. So we're going to assign the content of the file to a variable. So I'm going to say var2 equals open is the command. You specify the file you're opening. So I'm going to say file.txt, and then you put a comma, and from here you can specify essentially the mode. So you can have off, which opens the file for reading only, and you can open it for reading and writing. You can open it for in binary format, for example, and this overwrites the file if it exists. If it does not exist, it creates a new file. So let's just have a look at it for just reading for now. So R, specify it like so, and that is it for opening it. So if we save that, see what we get when we open it. You know what? I'm gonna snap this down like so. There we go. So we can see everything. Now if we go back, save, rerun it. This doesn't matter. So we get an error. So it says no such file or directory, and it's right. There is no file here with that name. But if we were to open it in another type of way, let's say if we open it in a binary format, which is WB, I'll provide a link where you can find all of the different formats. And now if I were to run it, I think this created a file if it didn't exist. And you know what? I'm actually going to comment this input line out because it's just slowing down things. It'll still be there. So when you have a look at the source code, you can check it out. So this var2 contains all of the content of our file. So if I do print var2, and if I save it and rerun this, and that's what we get. It's opened it into var2. So we can get the name of the file. We can check if it's closed or not. We can check the different mode, for example, and we're gonna have a look at reading and writing as well. So let me just show you how to get the name of it. So like var2 dot name, and the other methods you can check out as well from the link in the description. And there you go, that's the name of the file. The other thing I want to mention is once you really done with a file, you should close it. So the close method of like a file, it basically flushes any information that's unwritten and closes the file object, and at which point you can't write anymore. So that command would be, I'll put it down here because that should be the last thing, var2, so the name of our object dot close, and that's it. So it's closed for business. You can't do anything after that. Obviously, there's no point running it because the result will still be the same. So now let's have a look at writing something to the file. So let's write something to the file. Let's say you do var2 dot write, and we can put something in here. It doesn't really matter what it is. Let's just say hello, my name is Bob. So if I save that, and if I, as you can see, the contents of this is empty. It says 0 bytes. So if I save it, rerun this, oh yeah, sorry, my bad. I'll put WB. What we want to do is put W for it's going to be writable, and the writable, again, if it doesn't exist it will create it, but it does exist, so we can just save that. So the different mode will depend on what sort of content you can put in, and there you go, it's updated it with hello, my name is Bob. But how do we actually read the contents? So reading it is actually pretty darn simple, and I think you can guess the way you do it. So we're gonna create a local string1 equals var2 dot read, and what you do is specify a parameter, and this is the number of bytes to be read from the open file, and it just starts reading from the start. So if I put in 2 bytes, and now if I do string, I want to print it out, so print string1, run the module. Okay, see where we are going wrong, what is happening. So something has gone wrong. So dot read into string1, it's not readable. Oh, it's only writable, so we need to change the mode so it is readable as well. So obviously we want to be able to read the contents. So R plus, and we'll comment out this line for now. We already know there's content in there. All of these modes can start making stuff confusing, and seems like it's overwritten it. That's weird. So let me just put something in here. So if I save that as hello, and if I rerun this, there we go. It's got the first 2 bytes. I don't know why the content got deleted there for some reason. I think it's to do with the mode that messed things up. So if I were to put 10, for example, run this, that gets the first 10 bytes, and all of the content can fit within the first 10 bytes. Just make sure you close it afterwards as well. So you can also check for essentially file positions. You can check like the current position of a file like based on its path, and that method is called tell, just TELL. I want you to check that out yourself. There's a method for renaming a file. So if I go here and to rename a file, we want to actually do an import. So import OS, and what we can do, we can rename. It doesn't need to be when we've opened the file, we don't need the file open for this. So just do os.rename, and we need to specify the name of the file we're renaming. So file.txt, we are renaming it to new name.txt, and as you save that, rerun the module, as you can see, it's renamed it to new name.txt. We can also remove a file as an extra task. I want you to do that yourself, and that's just remove. I'll actually put it here so you can have a go. So it's os.remove, and it's just the file name itself. So file name, well, I should say file location, I guess, because it could be within a folder. File location and file name. Obviously, this is not it, so just replace this with what you want, and just be careful that you don't delete some file that's important to you. Obviously, always be careful of that. You can also make a directory, for example. So you can do this. You can do os.mkdir. So this will make a directory. So if I'm going to say new folder, save that, run the module. Moaning about this because it does not exist. They renamed it. I am going to actually comment this out because this is going to cause errors, problems, just because, you know, the way I've got the program laid out for educational purposes. And, you know, it's literally just created the folder there. You can also change directories as well. You can remove directories with the rmdir command. And there's like so many methods that you can use. Once you have got to grips with what we've covered in this video, honestly, you're all good to go. Like I said, I'll provide a link in the description so you can see the more advanced functionality as well. Feel free to check that out. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.